Stop before you grab that value rotisserie. If your chicken is juicy because it's pumped with up to 15% salt water, you're paying steak prices for water and swallowing over 400 milligrams of sodium per serving before you even season it. That spongy bite isn't your cooking. It's how it was processed. We're naming the chains where water dunk chilling and salt injections turn dinner into a health tax. Stay with me and I'll show you how to spot the label language that hides it, the hidden cost per ounce, and the simple swap that fixes both flavor and risk.
Costco is facing a lawsuit over its popular rotisserie chickens. A group of shareholders filed the lawsuit against the company over its treatment in raising chickens. The suit also says the chickens are bred too quickly and they are unable to stand on their own, and that they die from hunger, thirst, injury, and illness. The suit alleges Costco subjects chickens to cruel deaths in violation of state laws.
Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great. Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video.
CR says the best time of day to grab a chicken is between about 4 and 7 p.m. Many supermarkets cook up a fresh batch every 2 to 4 hours.
Your chicken will last for up to 4 days in the fridge or 4 months in the freezer. Cut it in pieces and wrap them tightly or store them in a covered container.
Your chicken will last for up to 4 days in the fridge or 4 months in the freezer. Cut it in pieces and wrap them tightly or store in a covered container.
CR says the best time of day to grab a chicken is between about 4 and 7 p.m.
Let's start with the fine print you skip when you're in a rush. Enhanced. It sounds premium, but it means the bird has been injected or tumbled with a mix of water, salt, and sometimes phosphates before it ever hits the case. The muscle holds that liquid, the scale weighs it, and you pay for the extra weight. The sticker looks friendly because the price per pound is low. But here's the kicker. Up to 15% of that bargain is brine. That salt load stacks up fast, too. Sodium per serving can jump before you add 1 grain from your shaker. Now look at 2 trays at the same price. One says, contains up to X% solution. The other doesn't.
An even shorter shortcut? Rotisserie chickens from the grocery store. They're tasty, convenient, and inexpensive. And chicken is a high-protein, low-saturated fat meat. But don't assume all rotisserie birds are a good choice. Consumer Reports evaluated the nutritional information and ingredients for rotisserie chickens from 7 supermarkets and warehouse clubs. Here are some of the highest sodium levels Consumer Reports found. Consumer Reports nutritionists say you might be surprised at what goes into some rotisserie chickens. Literally.
To keep the birds moist and tasty, they are often injected with a solution that can include sugar, processed ingredients, and unfortunately a lot of sodium.
The first tray's raw weight includes the added liquid, so your cost per ounce of actual meat climbs. The second tray is plain chicken, so more of what you're paying for is protein, not water. The cheaper sticker isn't cheaper once you strip the liquid out. Legally, that contains up to X% solution line is the company telling you they added water and flavoring. That extra water shifts the math on value, cook time, and yield. You're not just buying meat, you're buying moisture. It's like buying a gallon of milk cut with a cup of salty water. You still pay for the full jug, you just get less milk. Flip to the nutrition panel. Sodium shows the real story. Watch the serving size, small portions can hide big numbers.
Got an amazing aroma, costs around $5 and is bound to make your life easier.
You may be thinking of a fancy cup of coffee, but we're talking about an irresistible store-made rotisserie chicken.
Stephanie Pappas makes mealtime healthy and simple by roasting her own chickens.
It's so nice and very convenient to have that roasted chicken in the refrigerator that you can just pull out, put it together some things, and 15-20 minutes later you have dinner.
They're convenient and available at many grocery stores, but as Consumer Reports explains, beneath that golden brown skin could be sodium, and a lot of it.
Ready-to-eat birds pull the same trick with seasoning blends and injected broth, so the salt lives under the skin and in the meat, not just on top. It tastes juicy because the water is trapped inside. And we haven't even hit chilling yet. That's where texture takes a hit and cross-contamination risks rise. So here's your move. Read for enhanced or contains up to X% solution. Scan sodium. Recalculate value by price per gram of protein, not price per pound of package. Your wallet and your blood pressure both win. Now let's move on to why that odd, spongy chew shows up even when you cook it right, how birds are chilled at scale. There's a reason that bouncy bite shows up even when you nail the cook, and it starts long before it lands in your cart.
What has an amazing aroma, costs around $5, and is bound to make your life easier. You may be thinking about a fancy cup of coffee, but we're actually talking about an in-store made rotisserie chicken.
An even shorter shortcut, rotisserie chickens from the grocery store. They're tasty, convenient, and inexpensive, and chicken is a high-protein, low-saturated fat meal. But don't assume all rotisserie birds are a good choice.
But as Consumer Reports explains tonight, beneath that golden brown skin could be sodium, and a lot of it. Martha Koloski has more in today's On Your Side.
Processors chill birds fast to hit safety temps, but how they chill them sets up the texture you feel at the table. Let's start with the 2 tracks. Water chilling runs carcasses through giant cold dunk tanks to move thousands an hour. Air chilling runs them down a line while cold, dry air flows over the surface. Same goal, different side effects. Speed sounds great, but those shared baths are a highway for cross-contamination, and the meat soaks. That uptake doesn't just add weight, changes the chew. You see it when a rotisserie floods your board. The juices look generous, but the puddle is thin and salty, not rich. Or you open a tray of raw pieces and the pan has a slick of purge, so the sizzle is weak and the flavor tastes washed out. Research on chilling shows immersion systems let meat pull in water, while air-chilled lines cool the surface without loading the muscle. That extra water lingers through cooking. It steams before it sears. Browning stalls. Seasoning sits on the outside and never quite pops. It's like dropping a wet sponge onto a hot pan. You get steam first, then a half-hearted sear. By the time it dries, the window for crisp edges has passed and the meat tastes flat. Inspection findings point to another issue with communal baths. When many carcasses share the same chilled water, bacteria get more chances to spread. Air-chilled systems, with birds separated and blown cold, reduce those handoffs and help cut transfer. Here's the real kicker. The same stores that lean on low prices often lean on solution-injected birds and dunk chilling to keep output high. That's how you end up paying for brine and bounce at the same time. Your quick filter is simple. Look for air-chilled and no added solution. For ready-to-eat birds, posted sodium in the 200 to 250 milligrams range per serving signals lighter seasoning and less hidden broth. So what is the takeaway for your cart right now? And how do you swap without blowing your budget? Value chicken isn't cheap when 10 to 15% is brine and the texture gets wrecked by dunk tank chilling. You pay for water, then fight rubbery meat at dinner. The fix is simple and fast in the aisle. Scan for no added solution and air-chilled. That trims the water weight and helps the meat brown and taste clean. Compare price per gram of protein, not per pound. Check sodium on the label and treat sky-high numbers as a red flag. Share this with the friend who buys rotisserie every week. If this gave you something to chew on, like and subscribe to keep the spotlight on the food industry's best-kept secrets.